What's up, everybody? I'm Taylor. Welcome to my channel. This is my weekly comic book review. I kind of do it at different times. I don't know. I'm still working out the kinks. I'm going to do this one live, but I'm actually going to try and burn through this stack of books without talking to the audience a whole lot. So sorry about that. I'll chat at the end. And yeah, if you guys feel free to disagree with any of my opinions on the matter, because I have opinions. And Las Crucias, good seeing you, sir. Appreciate it. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm just gonna start. I'm going worst to best. And what's up, Hidden? Yeah, like I was saying, I'm gonna try and get through these books, and then I'll talk. So bear with me. I'm gonna try not to mute this thing because every time I go on StreamYard lately, I end up muting it or something. So here we go. Worst comic I read this week. Endless Winter. Oh man, this was heavy-handed garbage from DC. No, just no. It's a clunky event that should never be. It should never happen. I think it's just definitely filler crap. I am not into this one at all. At all. Now, the rest of this stack, there's some goods and bads about some of these books, but this one I just absolutely hated. I don't know what. It was just so ham-fisted and sophomoric when it came to telling the story that yuck. All right. Atlantis Attacks #5. I didn't even actually realize this was a ongoing series. I thought it was a one-shot having to do with Knull. That shows how much attention I've been paying. I honestly don't remember much about this. I think I'm confusing it with a different book. There's just nothing about it that's memorable. Nothing. It's such utter fluff that I just don't care. So that's all, guys. Everybody, like I was saying, I'm going to try and bang through these and then I'll chat. So hello, everybody. I'll be with you shortly. Take a seat. All right. Fantastic Four. What is this one? The Fantastic Four Road Trip #1. I hope this is the last one of these. I hope it's a one-shot. I love this cover. This cover might make one of my top covers of the year, but and the art, interior art, is pretty decent. The story, it's like, oh, Reed Richards likes to go look at sciencey things. Let's set a trap using sciencey things. Nah. I mean, it's mediocre at best. Champions #1, Champions Outlaw #3. This is okay. It's Viv Vision and the rest of the Champions. It's sort of split into two different parts in this story. The Champions are on the run, and they're all, they're eventually going to get back together. It's what they do. Viv Vision's trying to discover why humans act in weird ways, and she ended up turning the Champions in because they caused some issues. Apparently, I'm not aware of all the backstory. I just know that underage kids are outlawed for being superheroes. Yeah, it's fine. It's nothing fantastic, but it's fine. Miles Morales, the Venomized cover. Okay, the cover is Venomized. The actual issue itself has nothing to do with Venom. This is the wrap up of the story that I kind of missed a few issues of. It's decent. I mean, it's, it wraps up. There's some angsty, guilty stuff. There's a sacrifice. It's your typical comic book fare. And it's your typical, Spider-Man fare. There's a loss. There's sadness. There's, it's nothing groundbreaking, but it's not bad. Okay. Erratic #1 from AWA Upshot. It's okay. This is what if teenagers got powers, but this issue doesn't really deal with that sort of much. It's more like the setting up of new kid in town goes to high school and he's the new kid in town. A little bit wordy. The art's a little cartoony, but it's decent. I will actually keep this one up and see what happens. It's worth checking out, I think, if you can find it. It's at least a little bit different than the norm. So there is that. All right, the Union #1. This is the British super team. I honestly don't know if there's first appearances in here or not. I'm not familiar with most of the characters in this book, so there's probably are new appearances, but they could be coming from the UK printing arm of Marvel in the 90s, and I just wouldn't know it, honestly, or the Knights of Pendragon stuff. I would have no idea. I know Union Jack is not a new character. This is sort of reminds me a lot of when Peter Milligan took over X-Force and sort of turned into X-Statics, and it was all media driven, and the heroes were obsessed with media and that kind of stuff. I think Peter Milligan did it a little bit better because it was a little more focused. This is not quite that, but there's some tone, there's some like hints of that in this book and stuff. It's decent. Pick it up if you can find it. Hold on to it. It'll probably be a spec lover's dream because it probably has a bunch of 3 or 4 different appearances in there that are first appearances. So, all right, Knock 'em Dead #1. This is sort of a weird love letter to stand-up comedy. This kid wants to be 21-year-old, whatever, wants to be a stand-up comedian. He's really bad at it. Stuff happens. That's the first issue. I mean, I can't really spoil it a whole lot. The art's decent. The story, I get it. There's not a ton there in this first issue. I wish there was a little bit more that happened. But I get why they ended it where they did. And, it's not bad. Check it out, I guess. All right. Guys, I'm just, like I said, I'll talk to you all when I'm done with all this. I'm just going to go through the stack. So, Batman 104, Ghost Hunter part, whatever the heck, or Ghost Killer, Ghostface Killer, Clown Killer, Clown Hunter. I don't know. James Tynion sucks at naming people. That's all I'm saying. Hunter, Killer, Thief, Magic. I don't know. Just pick 2 random words, sum them together. You have a bad guy. And this bad guy's whatever. It's that annoying, like, oh, this person existed all along, but nobody knew about him because he was secret. It's decent. It's again, this part of the stack is my decent part of the stack. Nothing great, nothing awful. And this one falls into that category. It's not great, it's not awful. And it is pronounced Tynan. I watched an interview. It's Tynan, not Tinian or not Tiny Onion or not whatever the heck. It's Tynan. There you have it. MODOK, what's this called? Head Games #1. Yeah, this is not bad. It's half-written, like co-written by Patton Oswalt, who's going to be the voice of MODOK in the new upcoming series for Hulu or HBO, not HBO. Maybe it's either Disney or Hulu. I'm not sure where it's going to end up, but it's stop-motion animation for the guys that did Robot Chicken with Patton Oswalt as the voice of MODOK. So MODOK is a big brain that's angry, and when things don't go his way, it's not a bad story. I mean, it's just kind of MODOK's a little bit broken. Not to spoil it a whole lot, but yeah, it has some potential. So it has potential. Yeah, and I know I'm going through these kind of quickly tonight. I just have a lot of them. I thought it was gonna be a light week, but this week ended up being a whole lot of reading, actually. All right, Batman, Catwoman #1, Tom King. This is a Tom King book. It's very Tom Kingy. It's Kingian, Kingy Tom, Tommy Tiny, Tom. It's relationship. It's timey-wimey. That's Doctor Who, right? Okay. It goes backwards and forwards in time. It's a little bit confusing as to what the heck's going on. It probably won't start to make sense until about issue #7. Maybe wait for a trade on this. It's not bad. The cover's great. There's a boatload of variant covers of this one. I think is this the Jim Lee variant? No, I don't know. Manipul? Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I like the cover myself too. I couldn't tell you who did it. The art's great. It's definitely intriguing. I don't hate it. It's just kind of, it's more Tom King than even normal. So you're just kind of like, what in the heck is going on by the end of it all? And I wish there was a little bit more to it. So like, I'd recommend if you pick it up, I'd say don't bother reading it for the first couple issues. Just wait, and then read it when it gets about 5 or 6. All right. Batman: The Adventures Continue #7. I missed the last one. I'll probably hunt it down. This actually is not bad. It's the Red Hood, like another Red Hood story with the angsty Red Hood, but, lighthearted in the Batman Adventures universe, except for it's not all that lighthearted. Jason Todd's still pretty pissed off. He almost died. And, there's Straight Man, which is DC's version of like a joke of Steve Rogers. So, yeah. If you like the Batman Adventures kind of stuff, check it out. It's the end of this, run. Speaking of end of runs or end of arcs, that Texas Blood what is this? #6. Yeah, this is good. It's Justin Jordan. He's I can't remember what else he's written that I like, but I know I like some of his other stuff. I like this. It's kind of it started off like where you thought it was gonna be all supernatural and stuff. It's not. I don't know why. Like it took a weird turn away from that, or it took a weird turn towards that and then dipped right back into like sort of a sad story where not necessarily there might not be any winners in this story, and it's sort of you trying to like empathize maybe with the bad guy who's maybe not all that bad. Not to give a whole lot away. I like it. I like this sort of setting. If I'll pick up the next arc if there is one. I think there will be. Yeah, I'll be more interested to see if like what the next set of stories does in this Texas town. But it's decent. So, what's up, Barbariania? Again, okay. Yeah, guys, I'll get there. I'm just like I said, I'm just banging through this pile. Then I'll chat with everybody. Hellions. I sort of read the first two issues. They're intriguing. I stopped, picked it up during X of Swords. I picked it back up, and after this, I'll probably keep going with this. I'm not sure if Sinister is an evil genius or a buffoon or a bit of both, or he's playing buffoon. I don't know. But it's fun enough that I'll keep going with it. It's like I never gave a rat's ass about Mr. Sinister until this, and this comic sort of made him at least interesting. So that's something. I still don't know who half the other mutants are in here. They're all like from either. I think they all seem like Grant Morrison cult like creations, or around that time or after, and they're just weirdos. I get it, mutants are weirdos. Don't discriminate. Blah blah blah. It's fine. I just don't know who the Orphan Maker or Annie or Wild Child or whatever the heck the rest of them in here are. It was from an era where I was not reading X-Men. But I'm going to keep up with this one. It's fun and evil and a little bit twisted, and I dig it. So, hey, did I mention Tom King being Tom King and doing Tom King things? Look, even more Tom King doing Tom King things, being Tom Kingy. I like this series a lot. Again, it is Tom King. Like you might be better off waiting until the end and just reading it at the end. It's starting to come together a little bit, and you're starting to see what's going on. And this is like, okay, Tom King has tropes. It's usually a couple's relationship that's either falling apart or the couple is like the only thing holding the people together, and the rest of the world's crumbling around them. That's a little more likely, and that's what's going on here. And then it'll go back and forwards in time, and the outside world will be out to get him, and there'll be ravages of it. Like one of the two has an internal conflict, and the other partner in the relationship has to like be the rock generally. And that's, I mean, like honestly, that's kind of every Tom King story I've ever read. I've not read them all, but everyone I've ever read, it has a lot of that. This one does too, but it's pretty well done. And you're sort of starting to realize that, there's not necessarily maybe a good guy in this one either. Like Adam Strange has maybe done some stuff that he shouldn't have, and but it's war. What is it good for? All right. Red Atlantis, #2, Sleeper Agents. This one took a little bit of a pivot or a little bit of an unexpected turn for me. I thought this is like, what if there were sleeper agents that didn't know they were sleeper agents and this girl thought she was an orphan and is an orphan, I guess, but, might be a Russian super spy. But it's more than that. Now it's going a little superpowery and supernatural. I'm going to keep this one up. It's fun. I can't talk a whole lot about it without getting kind of spoilery. But this one's decent. It's another Aftershock. Aftershock generally puts out fairly good books. So, oh wait, was that? Hang on a second. Oh no, wait, that Texas Blood. Yeah, okay. My review of that Texas Blood. Skip the supernatural thing, and it's the same kind of review for this. This is Justin Jordan. This is Chris Condon. Sorry, different writer. Same sort of theme. There's not necessarily good guys and bad guys, or they're all gray area folks, and there's the motivations are kind of cloudy, and you sort of understand maybe why the bad guys did what they did. And I honestly, I knew which book I was talking about, but you can kind of interchange your reviews on it, like other than the other one had a casserole dish and this one doesn't, and there's no supernatural shit in this one, but it's decent. All right, what is this one? Deceased Dead Planet #6. I am liking this more than I'm liking, what's the other one? Dark Knight's Heavy Death Metal, Part 11, Speedy. Anyways, seriously, I know I bitch about this every week, but like the DC's or Scott Snyder's naming of these like events is goddamn horrible. It's like just pick one catchy word, or maybe three, like King in Black, or even Empire with a Y, which is very 80s glam metal sounding. It's still better than this. Title-wise, this is a better book than Empire. It's, you know, they're undead or anti-dead or walking the earth, and there's 3 different factions with 3 different ideas on how to stop it. There's the bad guys with the penguin, there's the good guys, and then there's the bastard, John Constantine. And Scott writes a good John Constantine. I wish he would write like a regular ongoing Constantine series, but I doubt that's going to happen because I'm pretty sure he's leaving DC after this. That said, if you like John Constantine, this is worth picking up. All right, speaking of a bastard character that's a little bit nuts and semi-unrealistic, well, I mean, it's all unrealistic. It's comics, folks. None of it's real. This is wacky, but I dig it. It's like just a batshit crazy version of Donald Blake, who's pissed off that like Thor forgot about him and locked him in this weird suburban pocket universe forever. And now he's out in the real world. He's wreaking havoc, and it's fun. It's you know, he's managed to like beat the crap out of some of my favorite characters with a surgeon's knife, which is a little bit wonky, but I mean it's just a fun romp. I dig what Cates is doing on Thor. I think Cates is firing on all cylinders with this one, and yeah. Oh, hey, this book. You guys ever heard of this one? Yeah, it's a speculator book. Yeah, spoiler, none of it's real. This one here has characters in it. Stuff happens. If you can find it, you should buy it. I'm going to try and talk about this without being super spoilery. It's Zdarsky, and Zdarsky has a pretty good handle on Daredevil as a character. You know, you got the guilt, you got the religion, you got the inner turmoil. And it's sort of the Daredevil storytelling, which tends to be you have to break the character way the hell down and then sort of let him crawl his way out from the wreckage. It's the Spider-Man thing as well, but it's a bit of a trope, but it works. And I think this one's not quite as like bottom depths of hell as some of the Daredevil stuff that's been happening. There is a reason to pick this book up if you can find it. Not to spoil it, but I mean, I'm sure it's almost spoiled by now anyways. If you don't look at second print covers or it's pretty much going to be spoiled. Yeah. I don't know. Firepower. It's Kirkman. It's Kirkman being fun. It's Kirkman, you know, and Samney. Samney's really good at doing fairly clear action sequences, which is great in this kind of book. And, you know, it's Kung Fu. There's allegiances, switching sides. There's lots of fighting. There's, you know, it would be a great Sunday afternoon movie. And it's a fun romp. This is another one where you might wait for the trades. It's a pretty quick read. A little light on, like, super story, but it's heavy on action. So if you like that in a comic, this is definitely worth getting. All right, 2 left, guys. Spy Island. This is the end, either of the first arc or of the series. I'm a little sad about that, but it's a fun wrap up. I mean, this is just a weird ass comic. It's sort of DJ Links said that if you like Archer, you'll like this. I kind of concur. It's sort of like if Archer had sex with Twin Peaks and set it in the Bermuda Triangle, you'd have Spy Island. And I dig this cover. Like again, the design of this book and stuff. I mean, I get it's just kind of a riff on an old VHS tape, but it stands out, and I like it. And yeah, there's mimes, there's sand fleas, there's the Kraken, there's mermaids, and there's pink orgasms. What more do you need in a comic? All right. I did everything in my power not to make this my like top hit of the week, but like, and I know I'm not going to be alone in this. I know I'm not even unique. I'm not a special person, and I know my opinions just kind of probably fall in line with a lot of other folks, but. Darn it all, this is how an event should start. It's fun. It's like every hero gets their ass whooped in this story. And it all seems hopeless and dire, and it's great. It's what you want in a first like issue of an event. You want like, oh, well, we're all screwed. Like, and this is the We're All Screwed issue, and I enjoy it. So it's my pick of the week. Stegman's art is fantastic. Cates, if you don't like Cates, you're not going to like this. I mean, it's very Catesy Cates, but I dig it a lot, and I don't want to spoil it, but you know, it's anyone want to buy a really expensive copy of Venom 3 right now? I'll sell it to you. How about that? That's yeah, and there you have it, guys. I can't talk about this one a whole lot. I'm sure everyone else on the planet's going to be talking about it. It's just kind of, you know, if you haven't heard, the King in Black came. and there's black gooiness everywhere. Let's see if you can turn that into something, you sickos. And yeah, there's dragons. Lots of dragons. And the Earth Mightiest get whooped. So, all right. Now, here we go. Sorry, everybody. I wanted to get through that, and then I'll say hi to everyone. Las Cruces, good seeing you, sir. If you really want to give me a copy of one of your copies of X-Men 94, I will happily take it. Hidden, good seeing you. Eric, James, Gary B, Nola, DJ Links. What else? Low budget comics and things. How are you? Jamie Waz, Comic Hunter, Joe M, DJ Links. Meh. I'm not sure what which one you're talking about. Meh is, but that's okay. I had a large stack of meh in mine. Emmy. Nanny. Yeah, Nanny did turn badass. And Slim, good seeing you. Have fun at work. Mark the Cuddy Sark. What's going on? Old Man Eddie. Good seeing you. Yeah. What else we got? Small Town Collectibles. Good seeing you as well, sir. I was interviewed by Small Town, and I'll be on his. That'll be airing on his channel on Saturday. So if you want to hear me pontificate about comics and things and have a good chat with Jimmy, go check it out. And yeah, that's I mean, Las Cruces, I will happily trade you every new comic I bought, including Daredevil 25, which is a spec book, for a copy of your X-Men 94. Yeah, just saying. All right. Gary, it is going to be on every YouTube video. I mean, King of Black, like, it's going to, if you read comics, it's going to be on everybody's video. So, yeah, I saw that, Mark. Was that you that, like, won it and then gave it to Las Cruces? That's pretty awesome. I was on Hack's channel last night. Also, go follow Hack, HAQ. He's having a giveaway. Look up the thingy and tells you how to win. He's giving away a couple slabs and mystery boxes. He just hit 750. He's not in here tonight, but that's okay. And go follow Old Man Collectibles and Gary B. And go follow Nola. He's cranky. He might make another video sometime in 2020, maybe. Go follow Small Town. Go follow Comic Hunter. He's a cheesehead and gets variants. He doesn't even know he has variants. Well, I mean, you did. Like, he bought, like, what, I think a one per store variant by mistake for, King of Black. And then didn't know he had a secret variant, which, yeah. And who else we got here then? Oh, Slim, go follow Slim. I like Slim's, like, going to eat with his family videos. They're kind of awesome, actually. Barbarian Kung Fu also has videos. Go check him out. And, yeah, he's got a magnificently long beard. I could never grow. And DJ Links is going to be hitting 500 soon, so go sub him up. When he hits 500, there might be something he's giving away. Maybe, I don't know. The rumor has it. And yeah, is that everybody that has? That's everybody I know of that has channels. If everybody else has channels that I've not talked about, let me know. So Hack said, "Oh, there you go, Mark." Yeah. Oh no, you should make a video. Let's play D&D sometime. I saw you lurking in Tacoma's Tacoma's video. And when he was doing his live session, we can all play Dungeons and Dragons. That's which for some reason seems nerdier than talking about comics, but I don't know why. But it's all nerdy, and that's fine. We all have our nerd things. Like, what's it like? Don't yuck my yum. Is that the thing? I think that's mostly about sex, but I think it also applies to collecting and, like, whatever you're into, be into it. It's all good. Here we go. All right. It is nerdier. All right. I got these two left. The rest of my original art right now is sold. Here we got Trap Jaw and Spider-Gwen, 125 a pop shipped. Let me know if you're interested. 11 by 14. I can get them out tomorrow. I've got a couple other stack of things here that are going to go up, I think, on eBay. If I can't, if anyone's interested, let me know. Some of these are fairly pricey. Some are not. I mean, well, so like X of Swords, the Top Comic Tom. I have a video where I said I tried to cancel Comic Tom, and then they shipped me another box because I canceled a day late. That's this one. Dead End Kids, the Suburban Job #1. Now, this is going to be a pricey book. There's only 75 copies made. If you look on eBay, there's the cheapest one out there right now is $250. I will sell it to anybody in here for $200 shipped. If you're interested, again, let me know. Man-Thing number 1, or no, Man-Thing number 19. This is the first Howard the Duck in pretty clean shape. I'm going to say it's a fine, maybe a very fine. So let me know if you have interest in that. Probably about 75 to 80 in there. This bad boy I've been sitting on for a while, and I'll throw it back up just to see if anybody's interested. Let's see here. There you go. Newsstand, Amazing Spider-Man. Probably, again, a fine, very fine. It's got some spine ticks and some rubbing on the back, but that's going to be 500. Phantom Star Killer number 1, the Scout comic box, sub box exclusive. That's I'll go 25 on that one. This one is weirdly rare. It's a Deadpool, the 2016 number 1 comicbook.com variant. That's going to be 75 bucks. And for 15, well, I'll make it 12. Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, cover B. And for $100, yeah, here we go, folks. The Mexican variant of Amazing Spider-Man number 1, Joe Quinones cover after John Romita Jr. This one's another ghost. So that's me shilling my wares or just talking about what I'm going to put on eBay. But yeah, how's everybody else up doing tonight? Anybody got any things they want to sell? Well, so we can make it a real quick open auction with 16 people. Probably not. That doesn't ever work. You need about 50. And the auctions I've done lately or been part of lately don't have that number. So that's why things are going on eBay. But yeah, you're right. It is a little nerdier, Nola, I'd say. But that's okay. I mean, you have dice and you can make characters and stuff and things. Yeah, and Saturday night, there's going to be an auction. Is it on Mountain Peaks channel? I'm not sure I'm going to make it because I'm wrapping up another Dungeons & Dragons campaign that afternoon. So if that wraps up, then I'll come join the auction. If not, I'll just show up later and bid on some stuff maybe. So, yeah, you're going to sell off all your X-Men, Nola, or just going to sell everything but the X-Men? I understand. I go in waves. I have those thoughts myself. I'm like, did I really just buy this many comics this week? Like, what am I going to do with all of these? I mean, I'll add them to my boxes, but, like, that adds up real fast, money-wise and space-wise and everything else-wise. It's just kind of, I mean, I understand the addiction. I'm part of it, but also, like, yeah, like, I go in waves where I'm like, well, I am making bad decisions by buying all this stuff. So, probably a little column B. Well, Nola, you and Old Man Collectibles can duke it out over under 100 X-Men because you guys, I think, are both looking for about the same things. I'll sell you my X-Men 19 for 600 to either of you. It's the Stan Lee signed 6.5, I think. So, or I'll trade you for hot other goodness if you really have anything that you know I like. But yeah, I don't have a whole lot else going on, guys. I don't know. I'm probably going to let y'all go. I think tomorrow I might, tomorrow, Friday? I'll probably come on and do a live chat. If anyone wants to actually join me and chat on video tomorrow night, let me know. Or I'll just throw up a StreamYard link tomorrow and we can just shoot the shit and drink whiskey or something. So, lightweight for you. You picked up the 1 in 50, Nola? Nice. Well, yes, Chubby, aren't we all? Lowest yeah, I don't have a lot of old low stuff. I just yeah. Yeah, like I would love to like have a grand collection full of nothing but silver and bronze goodness, but I can't afford it. So, yeah, all right, guys. Yeah, if you want to hit me up tomorrow, I don't know what time. I think I'll be competing with Will, or not competing. Average Will's going up tomorrow night too. He's going to have comics and coffee. I'll just be like cranky and whiskey. Same idea. All right, let's figure out the D&D thing. I don't want to DM it, so if anybody DMs D&D, get a hold of me. Or get a hold of Nola or something. We can make it happen. So, all right, guys. I'm gonna bounce. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Have a good night. As always, don't be a dick. Talk to you later.